Hey everyone, welcome back to Live Free and Tool. My name is Brent, and this episode we are going to continue our journey, or at least the review of the journey through the Doctor of Business Administration through South College. Now, this episode is, what is this episode? I don't know. Maybe 15, 16. I've lost count, and typically I do a little bit more reconnaissance before I do these videos. However, I am just living life, and if you don't know me, my name is Brent, and I have a full-time job. I have 8 children, so we have a household of 10, and we're a single-income household. So if I can do this journey, so can you. And to top it all off, I never graduated high school. So I went back, got my GED. I was a terrible kid, terrible student, terrible everything. And I found that I really liked education later in life, and here we are. I went to trade school first, and I loved it. I was a stationary engineer. Then I went to college after that, after just about 20 years. So here we are. Now, I say that so I can say this. In the journey of the Doctorate of Business Administration, now this is a focus in organizational leadership too, within at least my doctorate here. I'm in class 7805. Now, after this class, I have one more class. This class, though, in 7805, is focused on research. Kind of interesting. Now, research people may have their own thoughts on what research is. However, the organization, the foundation of what research is what we are currently doing. Now, as everyone knows, if you're in college, APA 7th edition is where we're at in the formatting in order to write essays and paper and research and all that jazz. So we're talking about that now. We're looking at literature review matrices. And then it's a lot of critical thinking in this class as well. Why do you want to do your dissertation, or why do you want to do your capstone? This is where you make your decision. And then that decision is going to flow over into how do you cater your research. Kind of interesting, but it makes sense. It's very pragmatic, and that's what we are studying, we're talking about now. And I am pretty, happy with that. I think that this is a necessary class in order for people to make the decision on what they want to do, right? Make the decision on what their final project is going to be. And then how do we get there? And you have to walk before you run, but you have to crawl before you walk, right? And I think in that stage right now, I'm waiting to turn in my first summative assessment, which is cool. It's fine, hey. And I think right now it's very manageable. Over the past 9 classes, the biggest struggle I've had is probably just waiting for grading. Now, I'm not saying it's a bad thing. Now, this is a competency-based online doctorate, and competency, typically people think you're going to move at your own pace, and that's fine, right? That's fine if you think you are. But you would be thinking wrong, because you're going to move at the pace that the school allows you to move. And if you want to go fast, let me just kind of caveat that. Back up. You can go as slow as you want to, but they're going to govern how fast you go. So let's not confuse ourselves. It is still competency-based. And we got to see both sides of the cloud, right? And the upside of the cloud is you're going to go pretty fast, but they're going to govern it. And I think also the upside of the cloud is you can go slow. People aren't going to hold you just too strictly to a lot of progress. And I think that's fine. However, getting back to this class, I'm still very motivated. I can see the end. I can taste it. I'm very anxious to continue to move forward and get into my final class. I'm choosing a capstone for my final project. I have it all mapped out. Now I've just got to complete all of the idiosyncrasies of it, right? And I think you all are going to be maybe surprised with what that is, because I am going to share it publicly. I think it has the possibility of changing maybe the face of a few different industries. I'm a forever optimist, so, don't give me too much of a hard time, you know. Anyways, my name is Brent, and this has been my current review. I'm in 7805 class, which is research, and we are getting our doctoral project started, and I cannot wait to share that with you when the time comes, and I would love to get your feedback. If you all have any questions or concerns or anything like that, just go ahead and pop them down in the bottom or write to me. I put my email down there too. I am more than willing to help anyone that wants to go through this journey. If you need advice, I have a lot of life and a lot of experience behind me. I'd be happy to share some of my decision making and why I am doing what I'm doing, and maybe help shed a little bit of light on the struggle, right? Is the risk versus reward worth it? What is my threshold for the risk? And all that jazz. Take care, everyone. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Bye now.